Welcome to Knitter's Gotta Knit podcast. This is stitch 34.
Oh, okay.
Today is November 18th. It's a Monday.
So, and it's been a Monday all day.
It has been a Monday. But we do have some nicer weather.
Yeah.
It's been cooling off a little bit here in San Antonio.
It was nice this weekend. It was really pretty.
It was nice this weekend. Antonio's been playing soccer. He had a soccer game this past weekend and they won.
Oh, that's good.
One of the kids, their family goes to IHOP after the game. So the kid invited the whole team to come to IHOP after the game. And while the whole team didn't come, there were quite a few of us that went. So he had a good time. Yeah, he had a good time.
Oh, that's nice.
He's like, please, Grandma, can we go to IHOP? And usually Antonio will get donuts after they win a game. So we'll go by ship, either if he's with Paige, I don't know what donut shop she goes to, but if he's with me, and I usually take him home after a soccer game, we go to Shipley's. And so I thought, all right, well, we'll just go to IHOP, which...
Do they keep score or does everybody win?
I don't know what they officially do with the district, but the kid, Antonio's 8, and the kids are old enough to know and count and know who had how many goals. I mean, they know who's winning. They know when they've lost and they know when they're winning.
I just think that's so important. I hate it when everybody wins and nobody loses, everybody wins. I hate that.
Everybody gets a trophy though. I mean, they haven't.
See, I kind of don't agree with that.
At the end of the year, so I ordered the trophy. That's why I know. I ordered I had to pin in the thing for Antonio, like what they want engraved on there. Now, I don't know that it's going to say like first place. It's pretty much just a participation trophy. I mean, it's not like it's going to say grand prize winner, or, championship or anything like that. It'll have like his team name and the year, fall 2019 or whatever, and then it'll say Antonio Ramirez. It's not even going to have like his position or, it's not like that detailed.
And when are they done?
I think he has 2 more games, so a couple more weeks.
Oh, that's good.
They probably are going to skip the Thanksgiving weekend, I would think, and then maybe have 1 more game after the Thanksgiving weekend. And I mean, we're 2 weekends away from Thanksgiving, so
I can't believe it.
Well, 1 weekend and a half a week, so.
It's coming so fast, and we've been buying food, getting ready for it because we have a lot of company at Thanksgiving. So we've been trying to, and we have it more than just the Thanksgiving. We have it for, a couple of days prior and a few days after Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna have to go like a whole week without Darlene here.
Oh yeah, we go. Our Thanksgiving usually lasts about 5 days. So
she's taking off the Wednesday before, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. She's not gonna be back till Tuesday.
I'm actually thinking about working Wednesday though, because Billy and Shannon, I don't think will be here until Thanksgiving Day, and so I really don't need to be off on Wednesday. So I may actually save that day and work Wednesday.
And you could take Tuesday off. I mean, I would rather have a day afterwards to recuperate. Now, I'm a lucky one because I never have to have family over. I just don't have family over. My house isn't really all that big, and my family just doesn't want to come to my house. There are other houses that they'd rather go to. So for Thanksgiving, I go to my aunt's house. I make mashed potatoes and I go to my aunt's house. So I have it pretty easy. I don't have to, prepare 78 million things and have a bunch of people over or anything like that.
We'll have about 13 people there for multiple days. And so Shyla, every year she makes potato soup on Friday, for Friday night. So we'll eat, and we usually don't eat until late Thursday. So we don't, like most people eat by 2 o'clock or something on Thursday. We usually eat supper. So it's usually around 7 or 8 because, give people time to get there, and Shyla and Tim to go see, his family, and Trenton and Peyton go to their dad's for a little while and give everybody time to be there.
Sure.
And then most people don't leave until Sunday or Monday.
Right.
So it is exhausting. It's wonderful, but it's exhausting.
I can see that.
We
have Thanksgiving very early, actually. My aunt, it's at her house, and for years, we've been doing this for years, ever since she moved back to San Antonio, she gets airmen from the base. So I don't know all the details about it. I know you just have to sign up. I know you have to go through background checks, so it's not like you can sign up the day before. This stuff is like it's the military, so it's like planned out like months in advance. So she signed up years ago, and we get anywhere from 2 to 4 airmen or women every year, and they're like on a schedule. You got to go and pick them up. I think my Uncle George gets up early and picks them up around 8 o'clock, and then the airmen are there by 9 a.m. And we eat at 1, because I think the airmen have to be back on base by 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think
so. So we eat early, and she sends out her email every year saying, this is what we have everybody down for. My sister and her family, they do the turkeys, and they usually, what is that thing that you deep fry them out there at my aunt's house? They have the little kit and everything, and they get the peanut oil. And for a few years, my mom would still make an oven turkey, because we have like 3 or 4 turkeys. There's enough people for 3 or 4 turkeys. We don't have just 1 turkey. And my mom used to still do an oven roasted turkey or whatever, like old fashioned in the oven, because she'd do the stuffing and all that other stuff. But I think she said that this year is the first year they're not going to do an oven one. We're just doing all deep fried ones outside. But then she'll say, Carrie always gets the mashed potatoes. There's not 78 pounds of butter in those mashed potatoes. They are not fattening. They are completely low fat, and everybody loves my mashed potatoes. But it's about the only thing that I can make. So I do the mashed potatoes, and Aunt Chris has her thing. Everybody's got their little set things of what they need to bring and stuff. So but we do have it pretty early. And then Paige will usually go, if she wants to go to her dad's side of the family, she'll usually go afterwards, or if she wants to go to her boyfriend's or something.
That's nice.
Yeah, so that they'll usually go afterwards. So that's what we do for Thanksgiving. So I hope everybody has a fabulous Thanksgiving.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
So it's been about 2 months since we last recorded. Sorry it's taken so long, but we do have a winner to announce from our sweater cowl, or our upper body whatever cowl we were doing from like March to September. I mean, this thing has lasted for forever, a long time. We had 86 entries, and the first few entries were like reserved stuff. So 4 through 86. Is that 21? I took my glasses off. 21. Sarah's Nana is the winner. She made the antler cardigan, and it looks great on her.
I need to go look at that.
It's a beautiful cardigan.
Is that by Tin Can Knits?
I think so, yes. I think so.
Because they have the antler hat.
I think, this one's the cardigan, and it looked great on her.
Oh, I need to look at that.
I read a little bit of her notes, and she said that she did a different needle size and then went up a size in the sweater, because she went down a needle size or something she liked the gauge there better, or the fabric. So anyway, contact me in Ravelry, and give me your information so we can get you a sweater bag. Thank you to everybody who entered. We had tons of entries. Thank you. It was so exciting. I know it lasted forever, but thank you.
It did last forever.
So so I think most of you guys know that I have a new dog, Jackson. It's really Paige's dog, but like Darlene says and like Paige says, kind of my dog now.
It's not Paige's dog.
Because I've had this dog forever. And it's funny because when I talk to him, sometimes I don't know whether or not I should call myself Mama or if I should call myself Grandma still. Because, I initially called myself Grandma because it was Paige's dog. I'd be like, you Grandma's favorite boy. And now I don't know if I should say, you Grandma's favorite boy or you Mama's favorite boy. But anyway, he has been having some friends over. So on one side of my house, this neighbor, they have a German Shepherd. And that German Shepherd kept getting in all the time, would get into my yard. And I have a doggy door, so the German Shepherd could just come into my house. And I love dogs, so I was fine with it. And they would sit and play. Well, I think they got a puppy that looks almost exactly like Jackson, but much smaller. I have a picture to insert of them laying on my ground. I think they got that puppy to keep the German Shepherd in check. The German Shepherd's name is Kada. And I think they got a puppy named Chuck to entertain Kada, so Kada would stop coming over to my yard to play with Jackson. But it's kind of not working. I just have all 3 of them now. I just have Chuck and Kada and Jackson, and Precious and Pearl hate them all.
And as much as they're cute, I mean, they are cute dogs, that would drive me absolutely insane.
Yeah,
that would drive. You're a much better neighbor than I am, because I'd be going, keep your dang dogs at your house, because that would drive me crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, they've been having some fun, but I thought it's been.
I mean, they are cute.
They are cute dogs, but they're not there all the time. But they are over every once in a while. And oh, my parents went to Costa Rica. I have to insert this picture of my parents, of them getting ready to zip line.
That's the cutest picture.
They went across like 11 zip lines. Of course, it's just a picture of them getting ready for the first one.
They did it. They got harnessed up 11 times.
No, I think you stay on the harness and then use like all of the, because my sister,
over the rainforest.
Yeah, and then so they'd go this way,
amazing.
and then everybody else, in their group would go this way because my aunts were there too. So my dad's siblings, it was like my dad's siblings type of vacation. I think I've mentioned this before. My dad is the only product of his mother and father, and then his mother and father divorced, and they both remarried. And the mother had 2 more children, and they're based in California, and the father had 3 more girls, and those are my aunts that live here in San Antonio. They've lived in other places, but they're all here in San Antonio now. And so it was all 3 of the aunts and Eileen's husband, my Uncle George, and then my mom and dad. And then Aunt Susanna's daughter, Morgan, visited because she lives in Tulum, Mexico, where she was at the time. I don't know where she's at now. So it wasn't that far for her to fly to Costa Rica, Liberia. And I guess she got a good deal. So she went for like 2 days. So my cousin Morgan was there, and then my 3 aunts and uncle and my mom and dad. So I think they all of them would zip line down one, and then you'd get ready and move to another post, and then you'd go and you'd zip line down another, and then and to get through the whole thing, I think they said 11.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a shockingly large number to me as to how many times they did it. Now everybody held on their own. My mom had to have somebody behind her because what you do is you have gloves.
Did it tandem.
She had one guy immediately behind her to clipped to her.
So they were connected.
She was connected to somebody. Yes, tandem. All my dad and everybody else, they didn't need somebody tandem, but my mom did, because you had to have your hand behind you and your hand in front of you on the line, and that's how you slow down. Was you were given these gloves and you clench down on the line. And my mother doesn't have, she has arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis in her hands. So she doesn't have that. I mean, she can hardly open a pickle jar.
But good for her for doing it.
Yeah, she still did it.
That's amazing.
She did it. Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing.
But in case you're wondering who the dude behind her is, he's just some guy.
That's her boyfriend.
Helping her down the line.
That's awesome. I mean, good for them. I think that's great.
Yeah, so they had a really great time. I'm so proud of them. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, they did good. They did good. Celeste is playing volleyball. So I've gone to a couple of her volleyball games, and she's doing really good. Her grandma told me that she didn't want to play at first, but they signed her up, and now she really enjoys it. So I'm really kind of glad. She's going to be 11 this Friday.
Wow.
This Friday, 11 years
old. She's the same age as Peyton.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of volleyball, Peyton's team, they won. They won. They were the champions of their season this year. They won the tournament. And
that's fabulous.
It was
that's great.
It was really exciting, and Peyton got a winning serve in one of the games at the tournament, and so her serve won the game.
Oh, that's exciting.
So it was awesome.
That is awesome.
So
that is awesome.
It was fun.
Hopefully one day that'll be.
And now she wants to play basketball, and when she told us that, we were all watching her dribble and run could be interesting. So I don't know if she's gonna play or not, but if she wants to, I think it would be great. But
yeah, she'd have a good time.
Oh,
that's good. Well, speaking of sports and athletics, and I guess just exercise in general, I have been seeing a personal trainer for a little bit over a month now. I started exercising in August on my own with some at-home workouts where, I just bought the at-home workouts on something on Instagram or Facebook or something crazy. I've been eating a little bit healthier and stuff. And then Paige started getting me to see one personal trainer that she has. Paige is a barber, so she has a lot of male friends, clients that, have different connections, and so she happens to have 2 personal trainers in her clientele. And we started seeing one personal trainer, and we saw him on Sundays, and he would kick my ass. I mean, I was dying. And then she said, I want you to meet this other guy, and he owns a gym here in San Antonio. And so I joined this gym, and I've been going to this gym and seeing him, and he actually does full assessments. So on my first day with him, he measured all over my body. Yeah, pretty embarrassing, but it is what it is. Neck, arms, waist, chest, thighs, whatever. And then he also takes that caliper thing and he pinches my fat all around and he measures my percentage of body fat. I have a scale that does that for me, but that scale is not as accurate as the little caliper pinching thing. And my first visit with him was mid-October, and then last week I went to meet him again for my second assessment so he could measure everything after I've been doing all the workouts. I was so excited. I lost 4.22% fat.
I think that's wonderful.
And I lost 4.5 inches everywhere. Those inches never really count because it's not like they're in the one place where I really want to lose it, but still, it's still motivating and exciting.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. That's great.
As I'm sore almost every single day working out.
But you don't work out every day, do you?
I work out.
Like, do you go to the gym every day?
I don't go to the gym every day. I go to the gym almost every other day. So I do one day of going to the gym, and then I go to the gym 3 days a week, 3 out of 7 days.
That's great.
And 3 days I do cardio. Now, if he specifically wants me to do cardio on a machine at the gym that I don't have at home, I'll go to the gym and do it. But he hasn't really done that yet. He's kind of like, pick your poison, if you want to walk briskly or run, if you have, rowing machine, elliptical, Stairmaster, whatever. I have a treadmill at home. It is older than dirt. It was my parents' treadmill, like when my mom was still employed. It's so old. The time works, but the speed is like half the amount. So if I say I'm going 2.5 miles per hour, I'm really going 5. And the distance is about half the amount. So like when I first got on it and started walking, I thought, I'm never going to make it around 1 lap, which 1 lap should have been 1/4 mile, but really it's a 1/2 mile because the lap thing doesn't quite work as well. So I don't really track that or follow that. I use my Apple Watch for that. So my Apple Watch will tell me how far I've gone and the rate of my mile. I run anywhere from a 12.5 to 13-minute, 15-second mile. And so he'll tell me how long I have to do my cardio, like 40 minutes. So in 40 minutes, I usually do anywhere from 3 to 3.5 miles of cardio. And then I have 1 rest day, which was yesterday. So today I have to do my cardio. And then tomorrow I see him. And then I'll do cardio on Wednesday. I'll go to the gym Thursday. I'll do cardio on Friday, and then I'll pick one day out of the weekend when I don't have Antonio to hit the gym again, either Saturday or Sunday. And if I can't do it Saturday or Sunday, I'll do cardio those days and I'll hit the gym Monday. But I do 3 days a week at the gym.
That's good.
And he gives me spreadsheets. Like I pay for him to give me spreadsheets and tell me what to do. So when I meet with him, he shows me how to use machines. So he's like, okay, we're going to get on this hip abduction machine, which is killer, and he'll show me what level to put it on or what height. Like he'll have these notes. He'll say this will be on setting medium on level 1, 65 pounds. Be sure you breathe. You bring your legs in or you push your legs out or something. So he'll show me how to use a machine or a set of machines each week. And then he gives me a spreadsheet, and then it'll tell me on that spreadsheet what I need to, and it'll incorporate everything I've learned from the beginning. So I might be doing a machine that I learned the very first week and do like 3 reps of 15, assisted pull-ups or something. I can't do a pull-up by myself. I have to use that little machine thing. So,
well, that's good.
But yeah, so I've really been getting at it with that.
That's good.
And knitting? What you working on?
I'm working on Ellie's wallaby.
So Darlene has been a sweater knitting machine.
I'll tell you.
Since we last podcast, she has finished a sweater for Kagan. She has finished a wallaby for Colt. She has made a wallaby for Paige. And now she's working on Ellie's wallaby. And she's made a hat for Trent.
Yep.
All of that. Wow. So I have pictures of Paige wearing her wallaby.
It looks so good on her.
But Colt doesn't have his wallaby yet.
No, he doesn't. I can't give him his until I finish his sister's, which is this one.
Yeah, so we'll have...
I'm about ready to join the sleeves, but I have to make the sleeves first. So, I'm hoping to get it finished. I want to get this finished. I really like to get it finished this week. I don't know if I will or not, but I'm hoping to get it finished this week.
I'm working on Paige's wallaby. I'm not done with Paige's wallaby. Darlene's awesome and finished hers. I'm still working on Paige's wallaby. But since I've lost some weight, I told Paige, this size fits me now, so maybe you're just going to get one wallaby and I'm going to keep the other one. So it doesn't it's got its little, here, I have it crooked. Like you can see it anyway, it's so dark. Here's the pouch right there. So
I like that color.
I have a long way to go.
Yep. I was thinking about ordering some of that yarn, that same color.
Well, if you need some, I probably will have extras. So.
Well, probably not enough though, because I'm thinking about making Casey one.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be really nice.
Even though I am a little sick of the wallaby right now, but
I'm sick of it, and I haven't even finished 2.5 like she has.
But this one's little, but holy cow! It's
but still,
it's. I just want to get it done.
I hear you.
Because I really am in the mood to make hats. I want to make hats, and I got all these hat patterns, and
she did.
And I just want to make hats, but I can't do the hats until I get this done.
And then with this nice cooler weather, it's fun to, you kind of get in the hat making mood, because like I wore one of my hats that I made myself years ago to the soccer game the other day. And to see Paige and Shyla wearing their hats. I have some pictures
so cute on them.
to put in with the girls wearing their hats. And it's just, I mean, they just look.
And Shyla loves hats, and Peyton loves hats. So and Peyton asked me if I would make her a neon yellow hat. And I actually was so lucky because I had some neon yellow yarn. And boy, is it, and it
look at it stand out.
It is actually, that is very, very accurate to color. I mean, this is the brightest yarn I've ever seen.
And it's called highlighter yellow.
Yeah, it's highlighter yellow. And so
it's Knit Picks Swish worsted. And it is so much fun to knit on.
So I'm making the copycat, it's called the copycat beanie, I believe. For Peyton, and I got this pom-pom for it. I haven't got the pom-pom yet, but this pom-pom and this hat is going to be amazing. The pom-pom is it's like a I think of like what I could imagine the Aurora Borealis lights to be, like in Alaska and Minnesota.
Yeah, I can't
that's
find
kind
it.
of what I think it would look like. But this pom-pom, oh my gosh, it is.
Oh, here, I found it. I don't know if you can see
thing.
that. I'll have to insert the picture. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look at that. Oh, here, how's that?
Yeah,
That's
that
better.
looks good.
Yeah.
So I'm making Shyla a hat that's almost that's as bright as this, only it's pink. And I got that same pom-pom for Shyla's hat as this one, but I think that pom-pom is going to look so good on Peyton's highlighter yellow. And I mean, that is, you're going to be like, no way, that's that yellow. Yeah, it is that yellow.
It is that yellow. It really is. It's that much fun.
And it's Knit Picks Swish.
I mean, I almost want to get enough to make me a wallaby for this.
I have enough to make a wallaby. I was thinking about making one of my granddaughters, Braylon, a sweater out of this. But I kind of don't know if Peyton would want a sweater out of this.
Especially since she'd have the hat.
She's getting the hat. So Peyton, let me know, and I might have, just let me know what you want.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome.
But I mean, it is some bright yarn.
It is. It is some bright yarn. It's happy yarn.
And this Knit Picks Swish is so soft.
It is.
I mean,
really is.
If any of y'all have never used Knit Picks yarn or whatever, I mean, I know it's kind of the lower end cost wise of wool yarn, but it's very affordable and it's so nice to knit with.
It really is. I have a rugged coat.
It's commercial yarn. That's what I'm saying. It's commercial yarn.
I have a rugged coat, which is a Joji Locatelli pattern in Knit Picks Swish in DK on the needles, and it's soft. I like this worsted a little bit better, but I'm sure I like it better because of that fun bright yellow yarn.
It is really
It's just fun to look at. And my rugged coat's out of like a dark gray, so that's not fun. But I'm knitting on Grace's socks, which is usually my podcast knitting. I haven't gotten very far, but some days I wish I could knit as wonderfully as Darlene thinks that I can, because she thinks that I can get these finished before Thanksgiving.
I've seen you knit a pair of socks that had a pattern on it in 3 days.
I don't know about 3 days.
I know for 3 days. So if you really want to get those done, you can get them done because I've seen you do it.
So, and you guys all probably know my story about my Thanksgiving socks for the little boy that comes to Thanksgiving dinner. His name is Carl. And I made him a pair of socks, and I took them to my aunt's house because we had one of my cousins got engaged. They've actually been married already. And we were meeting his fiance. And so I thought, well, I'm gonna be there. Let me get these socks to my aunt, and so she can take them to her coworker, because it's her coworker's son that I was making the socks for. And they were too small. So I have made an adult size. This is 64 stitches. They're bigger than Grace's, actually, because Grace's are on 2.5 needles, and these are on 2.75 because I thought I'd give it just a little bit more give. 64 stitches.
Are you putting heels in them?
I'm going to. That's the only thing that's left to do, is to cut the heel in. So, and I think I'll put it in at 6.5 inches. I have a 9-inch foot, and I don't think his foot is bigger than mine. Antonio's foot is 8 inches. So I was gonna go like right in the middle and make an 8.5 inch. And then
they're pretty.
That's all I have left to do, is to do a true afterthought and cut in those heels.
And they're gonna be the socks are going to brothers, right?
Right, because the other pair did fit his younger brother, so the other brother got to keep them. Now they have a sister. I was telling my mom, I said, I wonder if Chloe's gonna win anything, because it's Carl, Alec, and Chloe. And so I thought maybe I'd take, I have some Felici at home that has some pink in it.
I just wonder if you need to put, I'm sure she would love that, but I just wonder if you need to put like a yellow heel or something in these so that they don't get them mixed up whenever they're washing them.
Oh, maybe. I don't know if I have any solid yellow. I can change the pattern of how the last one was cut in, but I'll have to see what I have in stash, if I have any yellow or green that would match.
That might not be necessary. Mom should be able
to tell because the other one's small. The other ones are smaller. Now both of them do have 9 yellow stripes, so I did them just as long. I counted the stripes on the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the other one had 9 stripes also. And I think I cut the heel in at like the 4th. This one, the heel's gonna be cut in later, and maybe I'll start it at a different spot, but that's a good point. I mean, she could probably put a Sharpie marker in here and mark them. But yeah, they are going to brothers, so there's those. And Grace's, which she asked for a year ago. And I'm just now, well, I was knitting on Paige's at Thanksgiving last year. Paige's Gryffindor socks, which was why Carl asked me, he's like, what are you doing? And can you do it for me? And then it was the first time Grace saw Paige's socks, and Grace asked for a pair like this too, so.
I know you can finish those by Thanksgiving, so.
Well, let's hope. I think that's all I have in the knitting front that I'm like kind of actively working on. I did finish my Torbellino sweater. I have a picture to insert. And the neck is kind of wide. It's a little bit too wide for me, but it does look okay. I mean, if I wear a strapless bra, it looks okay. I did finish a test knit that I can't show any pictures of. I've been working on that for quite some time, but that's finished and done. I won't be able to share pictures until late December, early January, when everything's released with that. And then I did make a crocheted blanket for my trainer that I've been seeing. Him and his wife are expecting their first baby mid-December. So she's pretty much due any day now. I think her official due date is the 13th of December. But you know how it can be anywhere within, the last couple of weeks. So I did finish those. Oh, and I started a crocheted blanket for Paige probably forever ago, and I finished that one. It's with a big Bernat bulky, and I'll insert pictures of those. So I had those done. And I have been in a bit of a crocheting mood lately. So a friend of mine, Melissa Brown, if you follow her on Instagram, her name is Texas Honeybee. This is all her fault. She sent me a picture of a pattern called the Good Vibes Throw, and I loved it. So I bought the yarn. I don't have a picture of the pattern to show you. I'll have to like insert a picture or something. It's free on the blog. But this is my blanket so far. So it's done with this Caron Simply, this is all acrylic. It's done with this Caron Simply Soft that comes in a speckle. No, I had no clue Caron Simply Soft came in speckle, but it does. This is the seashell colorway. Yeah, seashell. It has a pink and a blue and a couple of other colors, but I really like this one. And then I just used some stash. I have orange. This is also Karen Simply Soft. Red. This is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. It's like an aubergine. And then I have 2 different greens, and I really am using both of them. I know they don't match. But they match kind of, just a little bit. This one's acrylic. This one is wool. But when they're that far apart, I'm doing it like every other stripe.
It looks so good.
So this is a green stripe up here, and this is a green stripe down here. It's kind of hard to tell that those are 2 different greens. You can tell, but it's a throw in my living room, for crying out loud. I hope nobody is going to be scrutinizing my crocheting so much that they're gonna go, oh my gosh, that's 2 different shades of green that you have in there.
I like that a lot.
But it matches the rug in my living room, which you might have noticed that all 3 dogs were laying on earlier when I inserted the picture. So that's what I'm doing with this, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a fun pattern.
I like it. It's pretty.
It's a very fun pattern. So, and that is all I'm working on. This is gonna be a short podcast, ladies. That's all I'm working on, pretty much.
I've got to get Kagan's blanket finished.
Oh,
I'm like not even in the mood. Not even in the mood to do it.
I completely understand, but that yarn is so much fun to work with. It's some
Just wish I
soft
could
yarn.
like get into it.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
just need to.
My mojo has been kind of down lately. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but my knitting and crocheting mojo is not what it used to be. I think I'm going through a bit of a midlife crisis and just not happy with life, but I'm working on it.
That's good.
Getting out of that and just trying to move along. But do you have anything else?
I don't.
So your whips, Ellie's Wallaby, Shala's what?
Well, I'm doing that Angus sweater for Shala,
Oh yeah.
that blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just have lots of hats I want to do, and then
the
Kagan's
blanket
blanket. But my priority is this sweater, because I have to have this done by
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. I really wanted to mail them. I wanted them to already have them because, I mean, it's cold in Amarillo. They could be wearing them right now. But, you know.
My priority are these 2 socks. The cutting in the heel, which I know it won't take me long to cut that heel in, but still, it's just a matter of doing it. And then finishing Grace's socks so I can finally say I have those done. And I'll have to show you this bag. If you guys haven't seen this in Darlene's shop, this is the extra large. Look at those. Those are Christmas gnomes. Aren't they cute?
And I have a sale going on right now where there's no coupon needed for 20% off.
Woohoo, 20% off.
From now till
exciting.
Thanksgiving. But that is a cute bag. And I have to say that it is selling really, really well. But once it sells, I've already reordered the material 3 times. I think this time when I'm out, I'm just going to be out because I don't want to have a bunch of Christmas material laying around.
Sure.
You know, after Christmas.
Of course.
So, people like, they want their Christmas bags now so they can use them now and not after Christmas. So,
of course.
So if you want one, you might grab one because once they're gone, I don't think I'll be ordering that material again.
I don't blame you.
But it is really cute.
It's a really cute material.
And Bruce does such a great job. I mean, look at the points on the hats. They're not even cut off.
They're perfect.
He just does such a great job.
They're all perfectly
and on the handle, his little gnome faces on the handle. So
he does.
He just does a fantastic job. So anyway, I still have them for a little while if y'all want them. So
I think that's all we have. Antonio had his birthday party. He's officially 8. And we have nothing else in knitting. That was my last note. Antonio's birthday party.
Yep, I have nothing else either.
So it's a short one, guys. Y'all have a fabulous Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I don't know if we're going to podcast before the end of the year. And quite honestly, I'm not really even sure that we're going to continue to podcast.
Me neither.
So if there's another one, there's another one. If there's not another one, then there's not another one. Sorry. But we've enjoyed doing it. So you guys have great holidays.
Bye.
Bye.